Because when I realized that it was you that I was needing, the people to care in order to want to live. But when people don't care, what you got to live for? That's you that's not caring for you when you don't care for me. And I'm just trying to make y'all see what y'all are really doing to me, y'all doing to yourself. Because the divine light of creation that created all of us from Adam is not. I don't want to go into no more stories with y'all. I don't. For me to beg that guy to put my wheelchair together to the point where I took my feet and drove him out his car, and I was getting ready to jump out the car and crawl to my wheelchair and put it together myself. So like I said, ma'am, for them to leave me at the pharmacist till at least 9 o'clock, telling me that I had to get back in the car with that guy, how would that be for me? So that's how I ended up wandering in the street, because I couldn't understood to understand that shit. How they just do me like that there. So, ma'am, like I said, for me to be where I'm at, waking up from a nightmare from the first time that something really happened to me, and that was 2 years ago, and that still wasn't answered to, for this to happen to me, full circle, and then for this to be the 3rd time in this week. The paramedics did it to me again this week. So like I said, ma'am, you see how I speak. I was illiterate when it first happened 2 years ago. But how I got it so tight right now for you to know, they had a squirrel in the street. I dove out my wheelchair to save that squirrel, not knowing that after I saved that squirrel, I was really saving the world. Because after I saved that squirrel, I saw all kind of things. But I saw how bad y'all was doing to y'allself when y'all was doing me. And that's when the divine light of creation told me, stop one of the ones that's supposed to help me. And that's the nurses hotline that's been letting me down all along. Because they so quick to rush a hurt person off the phone. So like I said, sweetheart, I don't want to waste your time, because your time is yours, but really your time is mine, and the divine light that created you and me from the same Adam, baby girl. I just want you to see this is as real as it's happening to me. It could be happening to you. And you wouldn't want nobody to do you what you all been doing me all this long time. But I'm tired of crying. My eyes done swelled up to the part where I say, no, no, no. I ain't gonna kill myself. I'm gonna let them know that they're killing me, but they're killing themselves.
Alright, well, John, I can't speak for anyone else other than myself. It's unfortunate that you have come in contact with, behaviors of people that you feel are not treating you, properly, like the gentleman that was driving the car.
First of all, how could he be the gentleman? And that's on the real, man. That
Well,
cause to me.
I'm using that term because that's the term that I was taught.
Oh, okay, see, and that's just it.
As I was
And
growing up.
and can I say one thing, and then I'm gonna get off the phone with you. And that's just it. Everybody is using what they are taught. They're not using the humane thing to deal with them own selves. So like I said again, how could you care for me when you don't really care for yourself? When you don't really care for me, because you would not risk your life to save my life. You will pick whose life you would want to save. And all you doing is really killing that person you're trying to save, because you don't pick yourself and let yourself be left out in the cold and die. Because when you let me or anybody else that's not you or somebody you know die, you're letting yourself die. So like I say again, sweetheart, I'm alive and I know how I died, and that was 2 or 3 years ago, to be alive right now and tell you how I died. So like I say again, sweetheart, I'm alive to show the world the compassion span on all y'all, man. It's ridiculous, because like I say again, this is bad, and I see and you doing exactly what you was taught. You're not doing nothing morally, and morally, I'm listening.
John,
I'm listening.
I mentioned that I was talking about what I was taught from my parents.
And that was in rotation to what they was taught.
What I learned out of any educational institution.
So what?
What I was taught by my parents is that you always call someone a lady and you always call someone a gentleman. Okay, whether they are or they are not. That is how I was raised by my parents.
Okay.
Now I do have one question to ask you. Do you feel that you sustained any type of physical injury in the car that you were in yesterday?
Ma'am, mentally, ma'am,
Okay, I'm talking about right now. I'm asking you about your physical needs.
Okay, my physical need. All right, yeah, my side hurting, and I don't know why, and my neck. So I'm tired of hospitals, So what I do? What I do, ma'am? What do I do? Cause hospital. Every time I go to the hospital, they send me home.
Is the hospital not an option for you? I mean, do you feel that you need to be examined by a doctor because of the tension that your body experienced yesterday?
Ma'am, I was in an ambulance yesterday after the incident, ma'am.
Okay.
But like I said again, like I said again,
tell you what's going on.
Like I said again, another incident with paramedics, ma'am. Like I said again, this is not no bullcrap that I'm calling y'all with. This is a straight up conspiracy against me. The paralyzed guy is calling you guys for some kind of help because I'm not getting help here, because I'm getting denied help. And I'm talking about when I go in the hospitals. I'm sitting home feeling worse than I did when I went to the hospital. You already know. Don't nobody wants to go to the hospital. Nobody.